What's up? What's up? Asmar Wedge, YouTube Live, Facebook. Y'all the first ones to witness the Asmar videos, putting it down, commentating, changing people's understanding of this beautiful sport. Here we go. Round one, much controversial fight. Genaro Hernandez versus Floyd Money Mayweather. The fight, they say Floyd lost. And they say the pivotal round that he lost was like the third round. Well, we're going to go over it and watch it through the eyes of Asmar. Skills pay the bills. Okay. Now, Floyd's starting off pretty fast. He's very energetic. That's what you could do when you're young, have all that athleticism. You can start off fast like that and don't have to worry about the later rounds and not being able to continue your plan. Usually when someone starts off fast, they plan to test you. It's really a test. If I jump on you in the first round, cautiously though, with my hands up, always ready, and quickly. When someone try to attack you and they don't have good reflexes, they usually get counterpunched. So sometimes it's not even wise, depending on your style, to go and jump on somebody. You don't just jump on everybody. It's an old saying. They say if you try to knock somebody's ass out, that's when you get knocked out. So, that's just how it goes down. Styles make fights. So Floyd is pretty much starting off fast, but I think he's respecting Hernandez's strength. So he just got pushed back with force. You can call that a knockdown because it was with action. If all the haters want to say Floyd's never been knocked down, or if you want to use this one as a knockdown, I can give you that one. That's my wedge, just saying that Floyd has been knocked down in the first round, simply because of momentum. That counts as a knockdown because Floyd, he didn't get hit and hurt. No, it wasn't a hurt knockdown, but he was knocked down because of balance. They in there dancing, and if you miss a step, that's what happens. So that's a knockdown because it was caused. If Genaro could do that again, he could knock him down again. Now that was a knockdown too. He didn't hurt Hernandez, but it's still a knockdown because Floyd caught him off rhythm. They in there dancing. You got two very high class movers on your feet. They both have good footwork, and Floyd is just a little more active, but they're both very cautious. Floyd doesn't seem to be as more effective as this Hernandez. I can see where people say Floyd's had problems with this guy because he's actually just a little bit ahead of Floyd on the game. The game is to touch and move. They're both using athleticism, and they're both trying to test the waters without being caught. And even though Floyd is younger and maybe even more athletically gifted, he's has good competition with this guy. Hernandez is giving him very good competition just on the athleticism alone. They're both pushing each other around off balance. They're both falling off balance. That's a good sign of both of them having speed and timing. They're both timing is good. I give Hernandez the fight so far. These first two rounds, I could see giving Hernandez those first two rounds. Just based off of athleticism alone. Skill wise, defensive wise, sharp shooting wise, You know, mm. Also, what I see Hernandez doing is he's not letting the young boy outwork him. And I'm very surprised to see that. I'm seeing Floyd coming out with his youth and athleticism, trying to outwork the older man. But now I'm seeing Hernandez actually keeping up with the young boy, busting Floyd in his eye a few times too. Um, I don't see neither one of their plan masterfully working. They're both just in there fighting. So it's round by round basis. They're just in there fighting. It's just like whoever hit who, you know. This is a rock'em sock'em match right now. Not very skillful, planned, and none of them are being used. These very experienced guys who are just in there trying to get what they can get, tit for tat. And in retrospect, you know, now that we know how Floyd fights end up being, you know, this is not his typical match. This is not something he would, you know, I don't see a masterful plan in this. Right now, all I see is a scrap. Good athletic fight. You know, this type of fight Floyd would lose against top-notch, athletically gifted fighters. Not to say Hernandez isn't, but Hernandez is more of a classic stand-up type of guy who punch your lights out. But the way Floyd is having trouble with him, he would have problems with somebody who's as athletically gifted as Floyd, like say Shane Mosley or Zab Judah. This Floyd right here would have problems with him because Floyd is not planning and scheming. But I think maybe Floyd is not planning and scheming because Gennaro has power. He's pretty strong, and Floyd is a little hesitant to try to depend on his defense 100%. You know, Floyd tasted them gloves a few times. His eyes a little black. So he really is not getting comfortable in his defensive mode with Gennaro. He's strictly on his athleticism. He's jumping around like crazy. It's all about sticking and moving because Floyd is not relaxing like he usually does and plan and scheme and get people back in the later rounds. No, he's really trying to stay busy with this guy because he don't want to keep getting hit with those shots. The key is in this fight is Hernandez. Can he keep it up? You know, can he keep this intimidation up with his punching power and all of his athleticism? The first round, Floyd came out swinging more. Second round, Hernandez came out swinging more. The third round, let's see if Hernandez can keep up his pace because he started coming back in the second round with more punches than Floyd. And Hernandez's punches are hard, even harder than Floyd. So that's what threw Floyd off of his relax game. You know, relax game. That's Floyd's main weapon is his composure. And Gennaro took him out of his composure with them hard punches right there. He's very strong and he got pop on him, but he's a real puncher. And he's fast and he's ready to work with this young boy with speed. But let's see if he can keep it up. Like right now, he's just trying. But Floyd is not in that traditional mode that we see him in, where he's all defense. Floyd is really trying to move and work, doing a lot of movement on his feet. He's not just sitting in the pocket and up against the ropes. And he's very attentive. See how quick Floyd is moving? Even if Gennaro don't punch Floyd is moving. He's very, very conscious. He don't want to just take no punches from this guy. Now, this is the third round. Floyd's corner is masterful, man. They know how to keep him on top of his game. Just like I'm talking right now, I can see it all out here. I'm not in there. You know, ooh, nice. Nice. Floyd landed him. Now, I'm out here and I can see it on this TV screen. But Floyd's corner, they're in there. All that noise and they still conscious of the game. And they're telling Floyd the right things, man, because Floyd could have easily folded under pressure. Because Hernandez, like I said, the first round, Floyd came out with the pressure. Hernandez came out the second round, ready to rumble with this young boy. The third round, it looked like Hernandez died off a little bit. It looked like his plan, he's retreating from his plan. You know, his plan was to come out and get with the young boy, do what the young boy do. Athleticism, let's do it. And it threw Floyd off. Floyd forgot about his plan in the long run and started thinking about survival. So he started moving in athleticism with this guy. But now Floyd is starting to pot shot him. Floyd is starting to hit him with certain punches that Hernandez is starting to allow to happen simply because he's losing his focus on the plan. Look like he's losing focus on the plan. All right, now we back on round 4. Okay, let's see how this plans out. Now, if I was Hernandez's corner, I would say, okay, now Floyd's starting to get too composed on you. He's starting to get real relaxed. And when Floyd gets relaxed, he lands because he's so conscious and he's so accurate. So when he's relaxed, that's the Floyd you don't want. So Hernandez needs to toughen up and stop acting like he's being hurt. I think that's the problem. This Floyd right here is not the Floyd that's going to let somebody come in and bully him. Floyd is actually bullying Hernandez now. So this fight done turned 360 degrees. So I'm starting to, I have to report that Floyd is starting to take over this fight. And he's intimidating Hernandez. It's not all about, I don't know what people be seeing and how people watch fights. But they're obviously people watching it wrong if you think Hernandez won this fight. Because you can easily see how Hernandez is starting to turn into a Muhammad Ali. When you do that in the beginning of a fight, then I can see you coming back in the end. But when you start turning in Muhammad Ali in the later rounds, that means you're losing. That means you need to survive, and that means you're trying to survive and make it. And that means you're trying to, the Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard technique is a skill. That's not a dominant or a checkmate move. That's that. You start moving around when you got a plan early on, and then you start sitting down on your punches and stepping in to finish them off. You don't do it the opposite. You don't start off punching and then start running. That means your punching didn't do what it was supposed to do to get you in the position you're supposed to be in position. When you punching, you're supposed to be ending the fight. When you up on your feet moving away, that means you're beginning and filling somebody out. He should already know what Floyd is about because he started it. So that means Hernandez is in trouble already in the 5th round. So things always can be turned around with one punch. But Floyd is so defensive. He's not the type of fighter that's going you're gonna get lucky and hit him with one punch and change the fight because he's so composed in his defense first attitude. He ain't gonna give you that chance. So let's see what we got here. 5th round. Okay. Nobody's perfect. I can see 1,000 mistakes Floyd made, and he paid for a few of them. He got caught with that left hook coming up. His hands was low, and his head sticking out. Floyd likes to lean forward with his head to get you to swing at him, but sometimes you can do stuff and don't even be thinking. He wasn't thinking about that. He just had his head sticking out there. And Hernandez caught him, but Floyd woke up. And Floyd's still more athletically than Hernandez. Now it then turned to an assault, a full assault. Now Hernandez is succumbing to Floyd's plan. You know, Floyd's plan was to come out and put pressure on him from the beginning and just kind of like beat the old man down, beat him to every punch. And it took a while because Hernandez can punch. And in the beginning of the fight, he tried to fight back. Now, Floyd has got him with his back against the wall, slowly but surely. So I don't see where people say he won this fight. People are crazy. This must be the second fight. Is this the first or the second fight? Somebody hit me on the inbox. Let me know. Somebody leave a message. Let me know where I'm wrong, because if this is the first fight, man, y'all need to leave Floyd alone about this fight. He masterfully beat this guy. He beat him physically, mentally. He even athletically beat the guy. He making him look like an old man. Now he got him. Now he's punching, going forward like a puncher. When Hernandez is the puncher. And Hernandez can't even land a solid punch to like change the tides. You know, if I was in Hernandez's corner, there's nothing you can tell. So, you know, when a plan comes together like this, when a fight is happening, it's too late to train somebody. You can tell them what to do, but they won't be able to do it because they haven't been trained for that. You're gonna fight like you fought in the gym. You know, if I was in Hernandez's corner, he would have, before he fought Floyd, he would have already known that Floyd is a sharpshooter, and you can't stand up on the line. Because the line is when you stand straight up. You gotta move side to side on Floyd. You can't stand straight up and think you're going to counter punch him and make him pay, you know. And but it's too late to tell Hernandez that now because he hasn't been trained for that, you know. I'm a pretty good corner man. I can go in somebody's corner and help him win a fight, even if I didn't train him. But I only can bring the ideal up to help them win. Styles make fights, but I can't make them do it, you know. But if I train somebody, all I gotta do is say key words to them. Get off of the line. Get off of the line. Don't stand there and straight up there with Floyd Mayweather, because he gonna pop you with them straight punches, you know. And it's not about out-strengthening Floyd, punching against him. That's not what it's about. What it's about is defending yourself against Floyd. That's the secret. That's the secret. Whenever you young guys in a fight, remember that. It's not about what you could do, but what you could stop being done to you. That's boxing on a high level like this. Now, pretty much is a countdown until Floyd can get inside that little defense he got. Hernandez got a little defense because he's hard. He's just hard, bigger, stronger dude than Floyd. He's a hard dude. You know, he just can't hit Floyd. And he's too easy to be hit back. So that hardness is going to soften up step by step, round by round. And the only thing else left to happen is, Floyd to knock him out or unanimous decision, Floyd, if I was in his corner, I would tell him to stop. Let's cut the athleticism out. Stop skipping in and out. Stay in there. Stay in there. Fight like him right now. Put your head on his shoulders. Tuck your chin. Put your forehead on his shoulders and then right there and stay there and beat him down. Why come out? And if you come out, go in circles. Floyd's still bouncing in and out. He's being too safe. Well, I'm not going to say being too safe because he's the master at it. He does what he does. He wins all his fights. So I'm not going to try to correct him, but I'm just looking at it from another standpoint. And if you sometimes got to put yourself on a limb to be a superstar that everybody respects. If he was to go in there and knock this guy out, he would be world renowned even more so than he is. That's how you get respect, even though it ain't about knocking people out, but it's giving people what they want. If somebody come out to knock you out and you knock them out, that's going to make you a hero. Somebody come out to outbox you and you outbox them. That's going to make you a hero because you didn't have to do those things, but you did it. Floyd needs to go. He was too late now, but he could have went over the limit. But thanks to his father, he was too defensive. And that's all good because without his father, we wouldn't have a great legacy like we do. Much love to Senior. Okay, we're on round 7. Now Floyd, somebody must have told him what I said because he's actually sitting in the pocket a little more. And Hernandez senses that, so he's trying to even muster out a little bit more energy to try to get Floyd back. But Floyd, the difference between Floyd and him is Floyd is not on the line. Floyd is moving his head from side to side to his left and his right shoulder. He's not right standing straight up like Hernandez. See, Hernandez put his head down like a football player and he comes in like a bull. Floyd goes side to the left side to the right side. He's on little angles. So that's why Floyd is going to land more. Even when they're close like that. Floyd is done with all this wrestling with him. This is where Floyd survival, his instincts kick in to back up, move around, use your athleticism because he don't really want none of that rough and tough stuff. See, he don't want to be in there taking unnecessary punches. And, I can dig it, but I'm the type of fighter who do whatever I have to win, not what I want to. And like I said, that's what makes you a hero, when you can go in there and do it with the best, whatever you got to do. Okay, we're on round 8. Pretty much the same thing. Floyd is still hopping in and out. They both feel each other's punches. Floyd is a little bit more in control because he's getting hit less. He's being hit less, but he's not he's not taking control with abuse. He's not abusing his opponent. You know, he's in there getting shots off, making a miss, still in and out, slightly boxing. Even though I believe Floyd's corner told him to start pushing forward, get inside. And you can see that happening. And he is relaxed in there, but he's still in box mode. He's still in, that in and out mode. One thing, when you're ready to get close, your hands come up. You don't use athleticism in the inside. You put your hands up and you block and you get off of the line and you come under punches and over punches and make circles around your opponent. It's a beautiful art in the inside. Not to say Floyd is not a good inside fighter, but, in this particular fight, he's too conscious. He's a little worried. And there's another round. Okay, I guess Hernandez had enough. By the 8th round, it's going to end. Because right now, Floyd, for the last 4 rounds, he's been putting tremendous pressure on Hernandez. Because Hernandez, from the beginning of the fight, started retreating. When he was supposed to be the one going forward. So, I guess that was it. After the 8th round, the guy quit. Is that what it was? Okay. Yep, that was it, guys. He quit on the stool. Once again, guys, Ask My Wedge commentating. I hope y'all like my commentations, man. Let me know. Hit me up. Tell me something. I got a lot of views on my page, but most people don't say much to me. Please let me know how I can do better and keep bringing you a different opinion from Ask My Wedge. Peace and love.